to rock in just a few seconds. Today's topic is the arts. I hope you have a lot of interesting things to say about the arts. And we're live! Welcome! I'm just so excited you decided to join us. My name is Jack and you are here for a special treat. We are going to have a lesson dedicated to communication skills, especially, but in particular, we'll be talking about how to have good academic discussions, right? So I hope this will become very useful for your academic careers, and you'll be able to apply your skills right away to whatever classes you're in. Not only English classes, but other classes as well. Well, this is great. I'm just so excited. If you're joining us from Discord, say hi in the text chat. If you are joining us on Twitch, say hello in the chat. I just want to see if people are here and everything is working before we get started. And how are you today? This is how I'm feeling today. Wow, I feel good. That's great. Well, I hope you're feeling good as well. I wonder, I see the people here in the chat are slowly filing in. I wonder if someone could say how. I'll just ask a few of you how you are today. Maybe let's ask Victoria, how are you today? How was your day?
Fine.
You're fine?
My day was fine. Yeah, it was fine. What about you?
Oh, awesome. Thank you. I just got up. It's 9 o'clock in the morning for me, so I hope it's going to be a great day. And I'm just excited to be here with you guys.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else? How are you today? Tracy, how are you this morning? Or this evening? Or this night?
Yeah, I'm good.
Pretty good? Okay. So notice what I'm doing. As a teacher, I want to have a personal connection with you guys. And I also want to check that your communication devices are working fine, okay? Because I might just call on you. Okay, and what about Goodnam? How are you today?
I'm great.
Excellent. Very good. Good to have you here. Good to have you here with us. Excellent. Well, guys, if I don't know, somebody's microphone is making noise. Tracy, are you banging on your keyboard or something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Listen, guys. First of all, I want to first of all, I think it's time, isn't it? Yeah. It's time to start a lesson. Thank you. First of all, what did I want to do? I wanted to thank the hosts of this lesson, which is the English Hub, guys. If you are not members of the English Hub yet, you really need to check it out, okay? It's the best place on Discord to practice your English, to make new friends. So if you are not a member, please check out the link in this video description and join us right away, okay? The server is growing and it's really a very, very friendly place. So thanks again for allowing me to host this class. And guys, it's so great to interact with you on the server. So join them right now. Don't wait, don't hesitate. Very good. Well, today, guys, we are going to be talking about the topic of the arts, okay, the arts. And if you are interested in the discussion questions, I already posted them on my website. You can find the link again in this description, or maybe someone can post it in the chat. These are the questions that we will be discussing today, all right? So maybe, I trust that you have read them in advance, okay? The best way to be notified of these upcoming lessons and classes is, of course, to follow me on my website, and then every time I post something, you will get a notification. So we will be talking about the art. Before I explain the questions, though, we will need to talk about the discussion format. Okay, that discussion format. And I think if you were here with us last time, you are a little bit familiar with it. So we will have short discussions, but these discussions are not without specific roles. So what we're going to do is we're going to have discuss roles, okay, different roles. So, for example, there's a role of a leader. There's a role of a leader. Who can explain here what the responsibilities of a leader are? Anybody? What should a leader do in a discussion group?
Leading people.
Yeah, okay. Can you explain a little bit more?
Directing someone to do something.
Very good. Directing people to do things, and especially directing people to speak, right? Because a good discussion has very little silence and most of it is talking. So the leader has to make sure that the ball does not hit the ground. I use the analogy of playing volleyball. You want to keep the ball in the air, right? So I want the leader to do that, okay, today. Leader, you'll be, whoever you are, you will be responsible for making sure that not just one person is talking, but that everyone is engaged, okay? That's really important. Next, we have the role of a timekeeper. Timekeeper. Okay, who would like to explain what a timekeeper does? What's the responsibility of the timekeeper, guys? It's easy! Hello, DP, welcome. And Bootleg, nice to have you with us. Okay, okay, well, I'll explain it to you. Well, timekeeper, it's very simple. All you have to do is watch the timer and try to move the conversation along. So to say things like, hey, I think it's time we move to the next question. Okay? All right. And next, we have active participants, and their main job is to talk a lot. So everyone talks, of course, but active participants talk the most. Okay? They have voicing their opinion and so on. And then, of course, we have a very important role of the devil's advocate. The devil's advocate. Wow. The devil's advocate. So, guys, devil's advocate. Somebody can explain the role of the devil's advocate. I'm pretty sure. Tracy, what does the devil's advocate do? Do you know?
Yeah, in my opinion,
Devil's advocate, which means like a lawyer.
Advocate.
Yeah, a lawyer for the devil.
Advocate, like a traitor.
Oh, like, a traitor.
Like they. Oh no, I don't know.
So if ever, okay, so today, for example, we're talking about the arts, and everybody says, oh, I think art is beautiful. I really like art. And then what does the devil's advocate do?
The opposite.
Oh, okay, voices the opposite opinion, right? Tries to voice the opposite opinion. Yeah, just to make the discussion better. Okay, just to make the discussion better. That's great. Okay, and then of course at the end of the discussion, when we're done, we will ask the summarizer to share just a few key points. Just a few key points, okay? Not everything, but just the most interesting points that were mentioned. Thank you. Well, these are the roles. So we don't know which role you're going to get, but you are going to get a role for sure. And on my website, there are the questions. And also I encouraged you to post additional questions about the art. And I want to thank Bira today for posting 2 additional questions. And we will try to incorporate them in the lesson as well. All right, guys, are you excited? I am excited. This is how I'm excited. We're starting our debate in just a moment. And if you're just joining us, well, make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow it, and be a member of this English Hub Discord server where the lessons are taking place. Okay, but now, even before we start our debate, we need to refresh our discussion language. Okay, discussion language. I mentioned to you last time, guys, just like a person who's building a house has a toolbox, So does a person who leads a discussion or deals with a discussion. What you have to do is have a toolbox ready for different functions. Sometimes we confirm the meaning. So we say things, oh, sorry, did you say that you like art? Or that this is like art that you saw last year? Okay, something like that. Did you mean to say that you support the arts? Are you saying that the arts are a waste of money? Okay, to clarify meaning, confirm meaning. Well, it's also important to give people feedback, that you are listening to them. So if you're on the phone, you say, yeah, yeah, sure, And in discussion, you have to also do similar things like, oh, really? Oh, I see. All right, guys, last time we practiced, So this time we're going to practice, oh, really? Come on, everybody. Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Okay, very good. Very good. Well, this is very easy. Well, let's move on. I'm just refreshing your language, okay? Here. Giving opinions is really the most important part of having a debate, and your teachers will always look for that. Is the student able to give an opinion and support it well? Okay, so we say things like, I think that arts are really important for human beings, or I feel that the arts are just really a waste of resources. Instead of museums, we should have hospitals. Or you can say, it seems to me that the art was nice before, but now it's not so beautiful anymore. As far as I'm concerned, okay, I'll try to, let's practice this phrase today. As far as I'm concerned, okay, repeat. As far as I'm concerned.
As far as I'm concerned.
Okay, very good. As far as I'm concerned. Excellent, good job. As far as I'm concerned, art is one of the most basic needs of human beings. Okay, that's an opinion. Okay, personally speaking is another one. Asking for an opinion is also important. So, the leader, if you notice someone who is quiet in your group, then try to point to them and you say, yeah, what do you think about that question? Okay, or would anyone like to add to what, for example, who else is here? Pew. Hello, Pew. Would anyone like to add to what Pew has just said? Does anybody else have anything else to add? Okay, these are useful phrases. Responding, okay, responding to somebody's opinion. We need to acknowledge that they have an opinion and respect that. So we say things, oh, that's an interesting point. That's a great idea. Wow, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. And of course, when you agree, you want to say that, right? Because that makes the person feel better. That, oh, there's somebody who agrees with my opinion. Yes, I see what you mean. That's true. I completely, or I totally, or I absolutely agree. Yes, you may be right. Exactly, right? Another one, less formal, is totally, totally. It's not on the sheet. Totally, guys. I think so too is the simplest one. Okay, when we have discussions, try to use the ones that you haven't used so much, or the ones that are new to you. It's a good practice this way. But sometimes you, of course, disagree. That's common, right? We disagree. We have different opinions. So we say things like, yes, but I agree, but actually, did you think about that? Or you may be right, but what about... And so on and so on. But if you really strongly disagree, just say so directly. Say, I strongly disagree. I am not so sure I agree. Okay, I absolutely disagree. Very important to have open communication in a discussion. And then this is language for the summarizer. The summarizer at the end will say, okay, so far we've said that most of our group really likes the arts, or they're really into movies, but they don't appreciate ballet, for example, ballet. To sum up, we've said that modern art sucks, okay? Something like that. Or they can say, well, to sum up, we've said that art is important and we should support it. Or sometimes there is a division in the group, and that's okay. Maybe half the group thinks this way and half the group thinks the other way. And in that case, the summarizer can say, well, we seem to have a disagreement there, and then explain the details. Is that good? Is that good? Guys, is this refreshing your memory? Excellent. So let's try to use this as much as possible, this language. Right. Okay, so, and now on to the questions. Art. Beaver, even before I do that, I have a piece of, I want to share a little bit of ideas on art so that you have something to talk about. And by the way, if you're just joining us on Discord, say hi in the chat. Nice to see you here. And if you're joining us on Twitch, do the same on the Twitch chat. Say hello so that we know you're here and that you are. All right, we have Valiant who said, already speaking his mind. He says the art is worthless. Oh my goodness. Really? Okay, I'm going to ask you why you think so in a moment. All right, guys, but what is, especially the topic is modern art. So what I want to do is I want to show you a couple of news articles before we start. So, for example, look at this. I hope you can see this on the screen. This article is from 2 years ago, and this is talking about modern art. There is a banana taped with duct tape to a white wall, and this is considered art. The article says this banana was duct taped to a wall, and it was sold for $120,000. And actually not just this one banana, because there were 3 bananas made, and the last banana is going to be sold for $150,000. Okay, so that is modern art. I believe they have to change the banana every week or so because the banana gets old and black and they have to replace the banana. But that was a piece of art that was sold for $120,000. Now, from this year, there's a newer article I want to share with you. In this article, we read about an Italian artist who auctioned off, which means he sold by auction, invisible sculpture for $18,000, guys. It was invisible. Well, what is it made of? He explains that the sculpture is literally made of nothing. Okay. Are you amazed yet? I'm amazed. Yes, so that's modern art. The sculpture was very easy to transport, I think, because it was made of nothing. So it was very light to move from one place to another. Yes, that's right. So we're talking about a banana, $120,000, and an invisible piece of art for $18,000. Yes, and now, well, don't be so negative about the art, because let's listen to an expert. Okay, I'm going to play just excerpts from a video where a university professor talks about modern art. Okay, just bear with me for just a minute or two.
The Mona Lisa, the Pietà, the girl with a pearl earring. For a score of centuries, artists enriched Western society with their works of astonishing beauty. The Night Watch, the Thinker, the Rocky Mountains. Master after master, from Leonardo to Rembrandt to Bierstadt, produced works that inspired, uplifted, and deepened us. And they did this by demanding of themselves the highest standards of excellence, improving upon the work of each previous generation of masters, and continuing to aspire to the highest quality attainable.
Okay, so basically he's saying that's the history of the art. That's how artists used to work. And then he is giving his students a special test. Because he teaches art at a university. So he's giving his students, graduate students of art, he's giving them a test. Okay, listen carefully to his test.
Quality or inferiority. Here's a test I give my graduate students, all talented and well-educated. Please analyze this Jackson Pollock painting and explain why it is good. It is only after they give very eloquent answers that I inform them that the painting is actually a close-up of my studio apron.
Okay, do you guys understand? he gives his students an assignment, and he says, explain to me why this painting is beautiful and why it's good. And students write essays, and then he says, oh, this is my studio apron. This is what I use, what I wear when I paint in my studio. And just at the end of the video, this man is making interesting observation. He's just as a conclusion, he says,
or what we know is not. By the way, the white background you see behind me is not simply a white graphic backdrop. It is a pure white painting by noted artist Robert Rauschenberg at the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. I'm
Yes.
Robert Florzak.
Okay, guys, so what did you guys think about this video so far? He showed a white canvas, and he says that's actually a piece of art that is in a museum. In an art gallery. Yes. Well, you see, art, supposedly, you're supposed to imagine, right? Like, it's supposed to engage you. So maybe when you look at white canvas, 100 people look at it and they have 100 different interpretations of what the canvas means, right? That's right, Tracy, I know. I'm a little bit surprised myself, too. Okay, guys, let's go to the questions.
Let's go.
So I hope you have a lot of opinions about art. These are the questions we're going to be discussing. First of all, we'll start easy. So questions like this. Does your country have any well-known artists who are famous for cinema, theater, literature, ballet, opera, or classical music, or painting? Okay. These are various forms of art, right, that we know. I hope you know them. If you have any question, just ask me and I'll explain the word. And then question 2, what are your top 3 art forms from the above list? So we have a list of art forms. What are your top 3? Or maybe even one what about top 1? Okay, if you cannot come up with top 3, explain your reasons in order of preference. So why did you choose literature, for example? Or why did you choose opera? Anybody here likes opera? Or painting, for example, or sculpture? All right, next. Which country would you visit to appreciate the arts? What would you plan to see? So what country would you want to visit to see artwork, and where would you go? Okay, this is an opinion question. I hope there is going to be a lot of discussion on this. So some people think that most so-called modern art is not art at all. Do you agree? Support your view. Okay, always important to support your view. Okay, question number 5 is a little bit political, guys, because a lot of modern public art is supported by taxpayers' money. So, do you think that taxpayers, people who pay taxes, should support the arts? Why or why not? Please support your view. All right, and then we will have 2 additional questions that I will introduce later. All right, any questions about the questions? Any questions about the questions? Hello, Thong, welcome. I think your microphone is unmuted. Can you mute your mic? I hear some noise coming from your microphone. Thong? Okay, in that case, I'll have to mute you. I'm sorry. Okay, all right. All right, guys, I am excited. I think we should get started. All right. So in order to do that, we are going to go to our wheel, and first of all, we're going to choose our first discussion group. Okay, so we are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 volunteers for this particular discussion. Who wants to volunteer their name? Who wants to go first? Priyesh? No, who? Just tell me. Yes.
Okay. Can you hear me? Because I
I thought a few minutes ago, but you couldn't hear me. But my
Yes.
voice is now well. Okay.
Yes, we can hear you very well. Thank you so much. Kokurantis, would you like to participate in this game?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, very good. So I'm just writing your name. Kokurantis is good?
Yeah.
Okay, oops, I mistyped it. I'm sorry. I can't see because I get a glare from my lights here. Kokurantis, okay. Who else wants to participate? Okay, don't make me wait. We're waiting. We're waiting. Okay.
Say that I can't see your screen. But
Oh,
is
okay.
a problem.
Yes. Can you go to the Twitch channel, which is called English Spot? Yeah, because this way you will see the questions as well. Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's a good That's a good question. You should have posted it earlier. That would be nice. I would put it on the screen. Okay, he says, are martial arts a kind of art? Okay, we can add that question too. Okay. Thank you. But next time, please post it in advance. Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you. Sorry. Here we go. Question number 3. Oops. I misspelled again your name. Okay, good. All right. So, Kokurantis, thank you so much. Anybody else? What about Victoria? Would you like to take part in this discussion?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Give a hand of applause for Victoria. Okay. Who else? We have Priyesh. Do you want to be a part of this? What about Salak? Salak, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Okay. We need a few more people.
Excuse me.
Yes, Salak, do you want to be a part of this? Good. I can volunteer you. Is that okay?
No, thanks.
No? Oh, no thanks. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Who else? We need some volunteers, guys.
Sign me up.
All right, Sapphire. Thank you. All right, Sapphire is here with us. Okay. All right. And we need at least 2 more. At least 2 more, guys. Lily, would you like to join us?
Sure.
Okay, Lily, thank you. Well, here's Lily. And how about one more? One more. How about Tracy? Tracy, would you like to take part in this discussion? Tracy?
I think I'm gonna join.
Yes? Okay, thank you. Very good. Tracy? Okay, maybe we can have one more. Maybe we can have one more. How about... because this way we'll have 6.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna join.
Yes, excellent. Sazani, are you with us here? Sazani, say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Sazani. Would you like to take part in this discussion?
Not really. I don't have much perception regarding this topic. I'll just listen.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's get this. Pardon me. Yes.
You can join up in a same boat.
Hey, Tracy.
Tracy. Okay. So here we go. What I'm going to do is load you up on the wheel. Okay. All right. I will load you up on the wheel, and we are going to first of all draw our group leader. Okay. Are you guys ready? Who is going to be our group leader? Let's see.
Sure.
Let's see.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it looks like Kokurantis is our group leader. Congratulations. Okay. Here we go, Kokurantis. Are you nervous?
Yeah, but I upload the Twitch, but I can't find your channel on Twitch.
Okay,
And because
maybe.
I can't see you.
Okay, so maybe
Can't see
somebody
your
can
screen.
you guys post the Twitch link here in our class chat?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you. Oh, well, now let's draw the role of the timekeeper. Here we go. All right. Looks like it's going to be Lily.
Okay.
Lily, you're the timekeeper. All right, congratulations. Next, we have active participant. Here we go. Is it Tracy or Victoria? Oh, that's really close. It's Victoria. Victoria, you are going to be our active participant. Now for the devil's advocate. Now this is going to be a difficult role, but you are going to do so well. Here we go. Is it Tracy or Sapphire? It's Sapphire. You are devil's advocate, okay? And the summarizer is going to be Tracy, I think. I think the chance of it is 100%. That's right, Tracy. You are our summarizer. Excellent. Thank you, guys. Here we go. So I think let's clean that wheel up. And what I want is back to the screen. And so we're going to have discussions. Here are our roles, guys. And as you are listening, guys, make sure that you think about the next round, because I want you to participate. And also, please ask your friends to join us. It would be nice to have more people here. So leader is Kokorantis. Timekeeper, Lily. Active participant, Victoria. Sapphire is the devil's advocate, and summarizer is Tracy. And we're talking about art. And we are going to start our timer in just a minute. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
All right, time start, guys. The leader, go for it. Oh, sorry. Is there a problem? Hello? Okay, let's stop the time.
Who's the leader?
Where's the leader? I think it's Kokorantis. Hello, Kokorantis. Can you hear us? Oh, maybe we lost connection? No?
Kokorantis.
Kokorantis, are you with us? Okay, I hope she's here. Okay, let's give her a few minutes or a few moments. Okay. Kokorantis, can you hear us? Hello? Let's tag her.
Okay. Are you there?
Yes, hello, are you there? Oh, okay, wait a second. She's messaging me now. I am in your class, but I cannot see your screen. Okay. Okay, what shall we do then? Okay, Kokorantis. It's all good. Yes.
Say it out loud and she can hear.
Yes,
She
okay.
can make out.
Okay, so maybe I will read out the questions and you guys can discuss it, okay? All right, so that's what I'll do. And timekeeper, I count on you. I count on you to move on to the next question when there is no, when there is maybe
No discussion.
no discussion. Yeah, is that okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, very
I
good.
can hear.
Okay, guys. All right, so let's start again. Here we go. So, everybody, welcome to our discussion on the arts. I am going to fill in for the leader this round. And our first question is, does your country have any well-known artists who are either famous for cinema, theater, literature, ballet, opera, classical music, or painting? All right, guys, you're on. Active participant?
Okay. Yes, my country has a lot of well-known artists, and also for cinema, theater, literature, also classical music. For example, we have Ennio Morricone that make a lot of songs about film. Also about arts, we had Leonardo da Vinci, Galileo Galilei, Michelangelo, and other artists, because my country was like in the Renaissance one of the most country with more arts and these things. And
wow, that is really impressive. That is really impressive. Who's your favorite artist? Who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist? Well, that's a difficult question, actually. Well, in my country or in general?
Yeah, just pick one that you often enjoy.
And in this moment, I really like Bansky with his street art, because they have his street arts are very meaningful for me, because they have a lot of topics, and I love him for this. Also, like with the girl with the balloon and other artists, principally other art.
All right, thank you. All right, I just want to encourage others to jump in, guys. You need to jump in, otherwise you will never get a chance to speak, okay? So yeah, thank you so much for that. That was really interesting.
Yeah, although I don't reveal my geographical location to anyone, but I think, yeah, my country leads in this rational thinking. They have written a lot of literature and created works that are cherished and translated into many languages today. And classical music, I think, we come out at the top, near the top. And painting, not so much, but opera, yes. And I cannot really name any artists that are famous. So that's it.
Interesting. Timekeeper, are you there? Come on. Look at the clock. Look at the clock.
Okay. So we will now move on to the next question.
Okay, maybe you can read it.
On the next question will be, what are your top 3 art forms from the above list? Explain the reasons of your order of preference. You guys may speak, yeah.
Okay. My top 3 art forms, I think that my favorite is painting. That's the first. After there is opera and also classical music. I think that those are my favorites, in my opinion, because for example, the classical music is very important to me, because it relaxes me in a fantastic way. Meanwhile, the painting is more important for me, because I like more the particulars, and that's it. And the opera, because I sang some times ago in a opera theater, and that's it.
Okay, guys.
So,
that's a great, interesting point. I didn't know you like opera. Wow, that's very interesting.
yeah. I think we will move on to the next question now, and it will be.
Read something to this question.
Okay.
The art forms include the poetry, basically country music, and they do a lot of wood carving too out of the road, and embroidery, and that's very famous here. So in the ancient times, the dames just used to sit down in the fields while everyone used to work, the men, and they used to embroider these little nice designs using the yodel and stuff, and a type of singing very common to the region around the mountains I live in.
Wow, very interesting. That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Okay. So we'll move on to the next question. So which country would you visit to appreciate the art? What would you plan to see and why?
I think we go to France because there is the Louvre, and also there are a lot of. Also, I want to go to Germany also for the Museum of Art, and that's I think for the Louvre because it's very big, it's huge as a museum, and there are a lot of paintings that I like. For example, the Mona Lisa.
Okay. So Sapphire, do you have anything to say?
I'll go to France to appreciate the arts, basically because after the Latin Revolution and stuff, these French writers really looked into themselves and they were like, why is our literature not famous like the Latin? So this King Henry and stuff, he introduced a law to basically outlaw all the Latin writing, and they formed these grammar patterns and stuff to standardize French and stuff, and they created a lot of rationally forward-thinking pieces of literature, books, and they're really an eye-opener into how the society functioned back in 1300s and 1400s. Yes.
Okay, so now we'll move on to the next question. Some people think that most of so-called modern art is not art at all. Do you agree and support your view?
So can I clarify? Do you mean most people think that modern art is not very artistic, like the banana taped to a wall or something like that? What do you guys think? Active participants, please.
I mean, it's not. In my opinion, it's not art because I can perfectly do it at home. Like I can take a banana and put some scotch on there, and I can call it art. In my opinion, that's not art. Maybe for someone it is, but to me it isn't. I mean, I think that art is another thing. Is another thing, not this. In my opinion, this is like fantasy. I can't consider it art.
So, Sapphire, do you have anything to add on?
Yes, of course, I have to. So
time extended, by the way. Time extended.
Yeah. So you have said the modern art may not be art, right? So you have supported the point of view of the most people you have joined that clique. Am I right? So in that case, I'd like to start by telling that art is nothing but an expression of what is going on in our minds and the human skill and imagination. So it's very subjective what you can perceive the art to be. So if you look at banana and wool, you may not really think much, but for someone it might be worth something, like the nothingness. It's sort of an art, you try to express something that cannot be put into words using just piece of nothingness. So when you really have a philosophical discussion about those art forms and those art pieces, you're really gonna have a very constructive and you're gonna foster a very nice discussion about it, and at the end of the day you're gonna end up with something new. You're gonna have new ideas that you're gonna take back home. from that very museum. So I think the modern art most likely is art, except some new artists who don't really know what contemporary art is. But we should embrace change because as humanity we always evolve and move forward. So you can't cancel anything out.
Okay, so now we'll move on. Do you think the taxpayers should support the art? Why or why not support your view?
I mean, taxpayers is someone when someone paid ticket for the museum, right? The taxpayers. Okay. I mean, yes, yes, because they made it. They made it. They made the art, and they should be paid for what they did. Don't paying them, it will be an injustice. It's not fair in my opinion.
Okay, so the question arises here. It begs a question. So, why do we need to pay them? Because, if I'm unemployed and I can't find, a job for economists, I can usually go take a canvas and paint it white. It's already white, so I'm saving a lot of paint. And I go to a museum and I say, pay me because I've done this work. So that really does not work out. So the public can pay for the contemporary art, which they think is valuable and describes their cultural heritage to people. But the modern art, which we see here, the art in question, does not really deserve to be paid. I'm very blunt on this one because I have to pay, because it does not really impart a great message. And you don't see a lot of effort being put in, but you see a lot of dollars coming in. So that really sends a very bad message to the artists out there that they can literally do anything and people will just pay for it, and that to public taxpayers. So the money can be put to a better use, for example, military hardware and healthcare to improve the lives of people. So you have it there.
Hey guys, do you agree with this opinion? That's an interesting point of view. What do you think? Do you agree with him or not? Do you understand what Sapphire said? He said that maybe it's not a good use of taxpayers' money to support the arts. There are better purposes.
Oh yeah, so we have gone through 5 questions, and to sum up, so at the first question, we have Leonardo da Vinci as really prestigious artist in France. So at question 2, according to Victoria, classical music is so important, and painting is also important. And she liked to go to the opera theater sometimes. And at question 3, Victoria said that she would go to France and Germany to visit, because to appreciate the arts, because the museum is big and there's a lot of paintings here, and especially about Mona Lisa. But Sapphire wanted to go to France because he appreciated the literature or something. So next to the question 4. So next to the question 4, there seem to be some arguments here. Victoria said no. She doesn't think that most of so-called modern art is not an art. but Sapphire's opinion is art is about that what we think, what we imagine, so that it's like express something that cannot put into word. So it's more like modern art is most likely is art. And the next question and the last question.
All right.
Like the last question, Sapphire just said that that is not really deserved to be paid. Like art is not really deserved to be paid, and because there's other fields in life, in social, that need to be paid more. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Well, Tracy, that was really amazing. Okay, so I think we're running out of time now. I think we've run out of time several times. I extended the timer, but I don't like to do that because we need to be under pressure. Okay, we need to be under tight pressure. Thank you so much to all the participants. Wow, that was pretty good. Okay, so before I give you my feedback, thank you. Yes, you deserve all the applause. Very good, thank you. I think a topic can be a little bit difficult, right? It's an abstract topic. It's not like talking about cars or iPhones. It's talking about something more abstract. So really, great job, everybody. So before I give you my feedback, I want to ask you how you felt about it. So let's ask our participants again. How did you do? What do you think? Lily, Victoria, Sapphire, and Tracy. How did you guys do? What do you think? How was it?
I think that it is a difficult topic because this topic puts you like you need to use a lot of term in English that are specific.
Specific, yeah, specific.
Specific, and I think that it can be useful for the others to improve their vocabulary, their pronunciation.
Yeah, well, thank you for that comment. That's great. Well, I was actually surprised how deep you went into the topic right away, because notice I also provided easy topics like cinema, okay, for example, right? You could have talked about movies, which probably might be a little bit easier, but yeah, that was a good point. Thank you. It is a challenging topic. You're right. How about Sapphire? Do you have any comments about how it went for you?
Yeah, so starting with Victoria, I think she has done a pretty good job because she sounded so astute with all the figures and Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. So it actually made me feel a little bit intimidated that I'm talking with someone who knows about art. So so that was actually solid, and her arguments they were very well structured. And me, I don't really know much about art, so I just tried to postulate the argument and just talk about philosophy rather than art itself, and what it means to us. And Tracy noted down all the points, and she was right on the point with all of her summaries. So great job. Yeah.
Yes.
It was very educational. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, that was really, really amazing. Actually, let me ask Tracy, how did you feel about your role? Because you almost had double role, right? I felt a little bit awkward. I didn't know what to do as the leader because I wasn't really the leader. I wanted you to talk, and Tracy took over, I think, both roles. So how did you feel about that, Tracy?
Yeah, I feel the summarize are like a little bit difficult. Like you have to notice what people said, and then you have to take note down. Yeah, and then you have to summarize it and express it, and thing like that.
Yeah, so that part was difficult, Tracy. But I think if not, first of all, you did a great job, so very, very well done. But also, maybe for the next time, you don't have to repeat everything that was discussed. The point of summary is to just pick up a few, most interesting points, right? So maybe next time you don't have to go through every question. Just pick up maybe 2 or 3 points that may be stuck in your memory, or something that you found interesting, fascinating, or something that is worth sharing. Does that make sense? For next time, you don't have to do so much. That's right. Yeah, but
I got it now.
Yeah, great, excellent. Well, guys, this was really awesome. Well, my feedback for this particular discussion was that considering the topic is rather challenging, you did very well. I just would want, in terms of discussion dynamics, I want you guys to be more aggressive, okay? You need to jump in, and you need to, when someone is talking for a long time, I know you want to be very kind, and you want them to finish their thought, but sometimes you just need to, if you want to make a comment about that particular thing, you just jump in, okay? So the turn taking should be a little bit more flexible in the discussion. Another thing is that I think not many of you use the discussion language. I've heard it from Tracy, and I've heard it from Victoria, maybe once. And it would be nice to have more of that. So clarification, responding to someone's opinion, right? When for example, Sapphire mentioned something about the art being maybe waste of taxpayers' money, well, then it would be nice if somebody followed that up with saying, "Oh, thank you, Sapphire. That's an interesting point," or "Oh, I didn't think about it that way," or something like that. All right. So hopefully we can fix this the next time around. Okay. Let's do this, guys. Do you agree with my feedback, or what do you think? Do you agree with what I said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you don't have to agree. You can disagree, okay? This is a debate lesson, so you can debate me. All right. Well, that's great. You're so kind. All right. So what we want to do now is, I think we want to do round two. I would like to introduce, we are going to focus this time around on the questions that were provided by the students. So first of all, I want to thank very much the username Bira. Thank you so much, Bira, for providing us with these questions. And also thank you, Goodnam, for providing a question about martial arts. So let me just explain what these questions are, and so that you understand what they are. I'll leave them on the screen, of course, as well. The first question from Bira was, do you think that modern art has the same value as contemporary art? So we're going to talk about the value. Is it more valuable or less valuable, and what it means? Okay. And the second question was, do you think that the world governments that have done enough to successfully support their local artists and promote their artwork worldwide? So what can be done to promote local art maybe more? Maybe the governments should try harder to promote their own artists in other countries. And what can be done about that? And the final question coming from Goodnam is going to be, are martial arts a kind of art? Are martial arts a kind of art? Because the word in it is arts, okay? So I will kind of rephrase it. I just copied and pasted his question, so I'll rephrase it a little bit while you're discussing it. But I hope these questions are clear. And now, we need volunteers for our round two. Volunteers for our round two. Now you know the questions. It should be easy. Who would like to go? All right, guys. Waiting for volunteers.
Hey, I can volunteer for the martial arts question.
Okay, Joe. It's basically we're going to draw your role, and you will be part of the whole discussion. Okay.
Of course.
Okay, very good, Joe. Good job. Thank you. Who else wants to join Joe?
You're welcome. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, I
Let's
can
not...
join. Hi.
Come on.
Okay, Masroor. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah.
Masroor, thank you so much. Next, who else? Let's join the discussion, guys. Here's your chance. How about user £45, $67? Would you like to join us?
Quite an expensive one, yeah.
Someone is listening. Maybe they're just listening in. Well, others? Come on, guys. Priyesh, I would like to get you involved. Is that okay?
So I don't have much idea about art, so
okay,
I don't know, maybe I can.
But that's okay. Maybe you can ask other people about ideas, because that's also part
Even
of the discussion.
Even I don't have the idea.
Yeah, come on. I'm sure you have something to say.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll do.
Okay,
Yes,
Priyesh, thank you so much. All right, we need... how about Marco Polo? Welcome. Marco Polo, a famous traveler. Would you like to join our discussion?
Hello. Hi.
Hello, Marco Polo. How are you?
I will try my best.
Yes, very good. If you could just maybe speak a bit louder, your mic is a little bit faint, and I have you at my maximum.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is it good now?
Oh, that's better.
Okay?
Oh, that's better. Yeah, much better. Marco Polo 7. Marco Polo 7. And how about NXB or N times B? How should we call you? NXB. Would you like to join our discussion?
Yes, if you let me come.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, thank you. So NXB, is that how we call you? How do you call yourself?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
okay, very good. NXB. And how about Nevermore? Would you like to join us? Nevermore. I'd like to hear your voice. You have a nice voice. No? Perhaps he's away from the device. Lily, how about you? Would you like to join us, Lily? Lily, okay. Going once, going twice. Hey, Lily, would you like to join us for a discussion?
Oh, sure.
Okay, very good, Lily. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, but all right, so how many do we have? We have 6. Wonderful. All right, guys, let's bring up the wheel, and we're going to do...
Can you explain the question again?
Yes, of course. I'll just go over the questions one more time, okay, before we start. But now, we're choosing the roles. Who is going to be our discussion leader? Here we go.
I can volunteer if everyone is okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
We are choosing. It turns out that Joe is going to be our leader. Okay. Joe is going to be the leader. Let's do the role of the timekeeper now. Okay, NXB, you are the timekeeper.
What timekeeper means?
That means, yeah, timekeeper means that you need to make sure that people don't stay talking too long about one question, okay, to move on to the next question. But of course, you take part. But you also take part in the discussion too. You have to voice your opinion too. Okay, now Okay, next we're doing the role of active participant. All right, looks like Priyesh. Priyesh, you have to talk a lot. And we're going to, next participant, active participant is Marco Polo. Marco Polo. Now, the devil's advocate. Who is going to be the devil's advocate? Let's see. Okay. It's Lily. Congratulations, Lily. Do you know what the devil's advocate's job is? Marsour, I think there's a chance, 100%, that you are going to be the summarizer. Yeah. Very good. So here are our discussion roles. Leader is Joe, timekeeper NXB, active participant Priyesh and Marco Polo. Lily is also active participant, but she are going to participate against everybody's opinion. And Marsour is going to summarize the discussion for us at the end, okay? Yes, so there was a request to show the questions one more time. The questions are going to be, sorry, they're not very large on the screen, but I will read them again. First question is, do you think that modern art has the same value as contemporary art? Why or why not? Second question, have the world governments, so governments in each country, do you think they are doing enough to successfully support artists? Do you think they should do more? And how to support artists worldwide? And Goodnam asked the question about martial arts. And do you think martial arts are a kind of art? Why? Okay, yes, why or why not? Why not? If you think it's not, okay? All right, guys, I think I'll bring up our timer, and if you are ready, let's go. Let's go, guys. I'm excited about this. All right, where's our timer? I think we don't need this. We just need the questions. Okay, we just need the questions. And the timer. Time. Okay, the leader, are you ready? Joe, are you ready to begin?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm
excellent.
ready, yeah.
Excellent. Here we go. Time, start.
Can I start the subject I choose, or
Yeah, you can choose any question you want, as long as we try and cover.
Of course. I think I'm gonna start with the martial arts question.
Okay, very good. Go for it.
I think that martial arts, even though it has a the word art in it, I don't think it's an art form. Why? Because in martial arts there are strict rules. There are standard moves, and I don't think you can create something. You cannot add your touch to the final product. You can develop yourself. You can learn new techniques. You can learn new moves, but you cannot go beyond the rules set by the the martial experts. So I don't think it's an art form. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, but I don't think it's an art form, because you cannot simply create something out of zero. You have to abide the rules, and you have to learn and develop yourself. But like I said, there are certain limits that you cannot go over them. So I don't think it's an art form. Yeah.
Okay, you're the leader, Joe, so you need to ask other people's opinion too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I just choose someone?
Yeah. You're the leader, so
actually,
you are.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
NXB, yeah. Shoot.
Outside opinion
NXB.
about that.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's your turn. NXB, you can speak. It's your turn.
How about the questions?
Okay, I think they want a repeated question, yeah? Is martial arts...
No, I saw it, but...
Okay.
I choose what's the question I want
No, the same question.
About?
The same question. Question 3 is talked about first.
Art?
Yeah.
I think about martial art is not the art. It's not art because the art has to be for a viewer to see, but martial art for yourself. If you learn it, it will be for yourself. But the like an actor for a viewer, not for himself also. That's my opinion.
But you can still watch them, you know. I think it's something to watch. But yeah.
It's like a sport. Like if you like a football, it's not art. There's a viewer I can watch it, but it is still not art.
I'm actually quite disagree with all of the opinion actually, because me myself, martial artist, where in Malaysian we have some martial arts that called silat. Silat is one of the Malaysian arts that we practice in Malaysia. By the name we call it martial arts. It's actually an arts. Arts is a type of expression, you know. When I'm doing my martial arts, I expressing my anger. I'm expressing the beauty of the movement itself actually. So that's to be among of the martial artists. I believe martial arts is one of the arts that we need to consider as arts actually. So you guys can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so maybe you guys can search it up. It's called silat in Malaysia. So whenever I practice my martial arts, I also give some expression to people about my anger, give some expression to people about how important to protect yourself, and also not just punching and kicking. Actually, martial arts that I've been practicing include some smooth movement, kinda aesthetic actually. So that's my opinion.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know if you guys agree about it.
yeah, this side Masroor, I want to put a light on this topic. So what I think martial art is more about the skills. What I think is not every martial artist is portraying the art, although it is a mixture of art and skills. But some of the martial artists who are not that good in martial art, who don't know how to move the body in a beautiful and smooth way, are using only the skills to perform the technique. Are using the technique to perform the certain moves, like there are a roundhouse kick and jabs and etc. But it's also a art, like many people, like the expert, like the black belt or the legend of this martial artist, like gurus, are using martial art as the art also. They are not they know the skills, they know the technique, but they are making those technique and skills look so much good while they are performing the moves, so it look very artistic. So it depend upon the practice and the person who is doing the martial art, who is doing the various moves. This is my opinion on this.
Agree with that segment. It depends on the expression and the type of arts actually. Yes. Anyone have other?
But I mean, like I said, it might look like an art form. It might look like you are dancing and you are expressing something. But like I said, you cannot create something from scratch. When you dance, you can create something that no one has ever created before. You can, create something original, like purely original. But martial arts, you can be an expert. You can, dedicate your life to a martial art, like, I don't know, for 20 years, but it's still, in a standard way. You cannot create something from scratch. So the whole purpose of arts is to create something, and I don't think with martial arts you can create something, original. And that's my opinion.
Well, I would disagree.
Lily, you can go for it.
Because when you
in martial arts you can like make, like you can combine like moves, so there's actually like originality in it, but like you can make like certain like new like groups of like movements. So I would not say that there's no originality in like martial arts. Yeah.
Like you can combine dancing and martial arts, but the product of this combination is still dancing, in my opinion. If you are, combining the two, dancing and martial arts, I think the product is more of a dancing than martial arts. You are just using your martial arts techniques and you are incorporating them into your dancing. That's still dancing and that's an art form, but pure martial arts, 100% martial arts, I don't think it's an art form. Yeah.
I think we have a different meaning for an art. For me, art is something which make the viewer which make the viewer like something. Like art is something like if we are portraying our skills and like if we are portraying our moves, so the viewer can enjoy seeing us. That is what I think art is, and it.
Yeah, but sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, we also, watch football matches and basketball matches, and they are also very enjoyable, to watch, but they are also not an art form. I think martial arts also, it's enjoyable to watch. I agree with you. I mean, I watch myself, but it doesn't mean necessarily like it's an art form just because it's enjoyable.
Yeah, but basketball and martial art are very different things. If you compare karate or taekwondo with basketball, it's a very different thing. But still, there are some moves in basketball which people like to see. Like in cricket, there is a cover drive. Cover drive is the same thing, but many different players play that shot with a different aura, different vibe. So it like some people play cover drive. I don't like how they play, but some players play the cover drive which pleases me, which make me say, "Wow, what a shot!" So it all depend upon the person, I guess, and
Yeah.
how they are performing the shot.
Yeah,
Like that
beauty
does-
isn't.
yeah.
Yeah. Art is very broad, so you can't say what is not art and what is art. Like definitely, yeah.
Then we move to another question.
Okay, guys, I think I'll give you more time. Let's do maybe. How about maybe just do one more question? Question 2. No, question 1. Maybe question 1. What do you think, guys? Question 1, and I'll just give you 5 minutes for it. Is that okay?
Yeah, but what was the question 1 again? I think I just forgot.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you
Question
think
1
modern
means,
art is?
do you think modern art has the same value as contemporary art? So going back to the banana and the invisible sculpture and white canvas, what do you guys think? Let's discuss about that for five minutes, and then the summarizer will summarize at the end. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's go. Yes, modern art versus modern art means contemporary. That's another word for it. And classical art.
Yeah, okay. I was like, what is the difference between contemporary and
right.
modern art?
Sorry, I changed this. My problem. Classical art. Okay, classical art.
Okay.
Modern art and classical art. Yes, that's better, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Thank
better.
you.
Definitely.
All right, here we go. Time start.
Should I start? I can start. I mean.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm starting. I think contemporary or modern art has an equal value as classical art because I think arts is a form that is always changing, always evolving, always. It's like water, it has to, go. So I see contemporary art as an evolution on classical art. If we just, stick to the classical art type as humans, I don't think it's an evolution. I think arts needs to change with the people, because people change, technology change, the communication between people change. So arts also has to change. I mean, it's one of the many purposes of art. So I just see the contemporary art as an extension of classical art, as an evolution of classical art. So in my eyes, they both have value. Also, classical art is, an evolution of, the previous arts. Like, I don't know, cave drawings we can say that it's like one of the first art forms. And yeah, classical art is an evolution on that, and contemporary art is an evolution on classical art. So in my eyes, they both have value. They are equally, valuable.
However,
So go ahead.
however, I believe that classical art is more valuable actually, because we can consider the different type of technologies that they use to make the art. Back then, there's no advanced technology. For example, like tablet and the digital art. There's no digital art that make it easier for them to create the art. So and also it depends on the historical value of it, because the classical arts has some sense of historic in them, has some sense of artistic in them, that's actually from the past, that we cannot experience again today in the modern art. Do you guys agree with that? Or
Yeah, I would like
Yeah.
to add on this. Like, if we talk about, if we talk, yeah, if I talk about the beauty, then classical art will win by far. And also, if I talk about the artists, the artists who have making the historical building, they are the pure artists. They doesn't needed any technology or anything. They just they have an imprint on their mind, and they just sculptured it on the stones, and then they made it. Like in the classical art, they have a windows and the galleries. And like, I'm from India, and you have heard about the Taj Mahal. It is a perfect example of a classical art, and that's what I think is a pure art is. In modern, it is more about the technology. Modern nowadays, basically modern art is all about the technology, and there is a very less input of our humans. We decide, but most of the work is done by the machinery. So we cannot say that we have done the. We cannot say we are the artist. Basically, the machinery is the artist. But if we talk about the classical art, maximum 99% work is done by the workers who are the pure artists, and they have a imprint in their mind how to sculpture it on the stone, which take lot of time as compared to the modern art. But each of the art have their own advantage, so we cannot differentiate on this. But on the terms of beauty, on the t- on the terms of beauty, I would like to say the classical art is much more have a value in today's time, for me at least.
how about the others? Do you guys agree with that? Or
I think that
Yeah.
I don't think the value of art is determined by how hard it is to create the art. Maybe in the classical times, it's more time consuming and it's required more expertise. Yeah, today we can create. I mean, everyone can create arts by using technology, but I don't think the value of arts, like I said, is determined by how hard it is to create arts. I mean, it's more about the purpose of it. It's more about
However,
the yeah.
however, it has the historical values on it, because that's priceless. You can go back in time to
Yeah,
to
yeah, but
experience it. Maybe like
I don't think we should think the time as a linear thing. I mean, contemporary art will be valuable in after 200 years. So we cannot just say it has historical value. Yeah, it has historical value, but art today will have an historical value in 200 years.
Yes,
If
I
we
agree with
think
that. Yes.
time as a linear line, yeah, it has a historical, but I don't think time is a linear
That's a good
Yeah, but
point, actually.
still,
thing.
Yes.
yeah, but still, there are many monuments in world. If I talk about, they still look much prettier than the things are they like the modern art has making the things.
Okay.
For example, yeah, in India, Taj. If I talk about Taj Mahal, or in 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 a leading power tower of Pisa, although that was a coincidence, it has been leaned, but still they are the attraction of the tourists, and they have a value for them as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but seeing something as pretty is extremely subjective, in my opinion. So, yeah, of course, Taj Mahal is extremely beautiful, but I mean, it's like I said, it's very subjective, and I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with
It
that.
is hard to determine a value for its beauty. But yeah, I mean, for
I'm
me, it's
sorry,
also
The time,
beautiful.
guys. I'm
the time is
sorry.
up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Where time is up. Time is up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wow, we spent 5 minutes per more than 5 minutes. I extended the time. I think it was like 7 minutes on this one question. That's amazing. And you guys got deeper and deeper into this. That's great. Wow. And I think you probably wanted to talk more about it. No?
That was quite an
Kind of,
interesting
yeah.
topic.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what happens. You see, for me as a teacher, I want you to focus on discussion skills. But what happens is that you get more and more into the actual ideas that you want to discuss, and that's great. I love that part. But I want to bring you back to the idea of efficiently interacting with each other and exchanging ideas. I think Lily wanted to say something. Lily, let's give her a chance because she had no chance to jump in. Lily, can you give us your opinion about this particular question? On this question?
I think that classical art are more valuable than modern art. Like he said, like the historical wise, like there's more happening like in the past, like the value. So yeah, that's what I think. That's yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to watch that video I showed with the professor explaining the differences, you can Google it. It's called "Why is Modern Art So Bad?" So you can see the details, why he's explaining why it's bad, because that's his opinion, right? But he has some support for his view. But yeah, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Lily. And again, I want to thank all the participants. You did so well this time around. It was awesome. Yeah, that was really, really good. Oh, but wait a second. We also need to summarize it. So our summarizer is Marsour. So you don't have to explain everything. Just summarize the key points that were spoken in the discussion.
So, yeah, I would like to start with the question, do you think martial art is an art? So basically, Joe has started the conversation with that. He do not think that martial art is an art because there is a limit on that, which I agree on a certain level. And Marco Polo has its own opinion about the martial art, that he said that when the good master moves his body, it is very artistic, which also have a technique. So in his opinion, it was a art, which basically I think it is a subjective topic. Both have their different opinion. According to me, it's 80% it is an art, and another 20% is a technique and skills. Now let's talk about the second question which you have asked, that do you think modern art have the same value as a classical art? So here it's my opinion that yes, for as per my opinion, classical art has much more value if I compare it with the classical art has much more value if I compare it with the modern art because of their aesthetic look, their beauty, and how they have engraved their design in the structure without any blueprints and etc. But here also Joe has his own opinion, which we respect. He said that modern art, according to him, modern art has its own value. If we don't think about the time span, so he was also right. So here also we have different opinion. It's a subjective matter, and we all agree with both the opinions.
Wow, thank you so much. That actually was excellent summary, wasn't it? That was excellent. Yeah, thank you. So, Marsour, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was perfect.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, I'm really amazed that he had. Did you jot down any details, or did you just speak from memory? You remember what everybody's points were?
Yeah. I have written the first point, which was Joe in martial art, but all other point I remember.
Oh, it's very good. Thank you. That was really well done. Wow. So
hello.
Hello, NXB.
Sorry, I had the phone and I am connected by my phone.
Oh, okay. So are you saying you had problems?
Really, I'm sorry.
No problem, NXB. That's fine. Yeah, we're all just doing what we can. Okay, so don't worry about it. That's great.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so this is awesome. I think the second round was much more in depth, and you were sharing your true opinions. And yeah, so what did you guys think, participants? Can you tell us what did you think? It was a good experience for you, and how did it go?
It was a fruitful conversation with all my peers, and of course the topic was very interesting. And personally, I have a very good time speaking. As I am very a shy kind of guy, I hesitate in conversating in English. But it was a very fruitful conversation with all my friends, and of course, Sarik, with you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. I have a question. Does anybody change their mind about something today? Maybe thought, oh, I didn't think about it this way.
Actually, yes, because Joe said something like pretty good about the
Thank you.
historical value, because the arts right now in the future will be historic also. So that's kind of true.
I'm just
Thank you for that.
I
Thank
agree
you,
on
man.
that
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah, I'm just not sure about the banana if it's going to be historical. They will have to get a fresh banana every time, I think.
It will be a waste.
Yeah, it's gonna go bad for sure. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else want to share your experience? How was it? Just debrief. What do you think? Do you wish you?
Yeah, I think it was perfect. I mean, there were a lot of conflicting ideas, and I think that was the reason why it was very successful and very elaborate for me. Yeah, I think it was a very good practice. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, I really think so too. It helps when the ideas are controversial, then you have something to say. Now, does anyone here wish they could have done something differently? Like, if you could go back, what would you have done differently? Like, would you wanted to say something but you couldn't, or maybe you would direct the conversation differently? What do you think? No?
I mean, I would say the same things actually. Yeah.
You want to say the same thing? Yeah. Okay. That means you've done something right.
My stance.
So you've done something right.
Yeah,
well, that's good. You've done something right. Awesome. Well, this is great, guys. I think that this particular second round was much better. It was meaningful communication, and I think that I learned a lot from you guys, because I didn't think about the different ways of approaching martial arts. And then someone said, I can't remember who, someone said that you have different view of what art is. And I thought, wow, that's right. Yeah, maybe people are looking at the same word, art, but they are defining it differently, right? Maybe they're defining it differently. Wow. Well, this is great. Well, I hope you're enjoying these classes. I just wanted to show you. Yes.
Actually,
Question?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I am new here. I am
Yeah.
new on this server.
Of
so
course,
we
Masur.
have these kind of classes daily on a daily basis, or there are a fixed days for these?
Well, not really daily, but I try to do them. Often, like I've done already. This is second one this week.
Okay.
So let me just switch to. So let me just switch to my Twitch. I'd like you to, if you want to be notified of the next classes, please make sure you follow the Twitch channel, and you also want to be a member of course you are already a Discord member here. I post the announcements in class announcements. Okay, so just check class announcements for the updates for the next class. And also, I would really appreciate if you guys could, or just spread the news that you can support this channel in any way. I'm actually right now I'm looking for a job, and I would appreciate any kind of help. You can be a fan of the channel, you can be a big fan of the channel, or you can be a giant fan if you want, or you can just buy me a coffee if you like. There are links here. Also, if you want a private lesson, you can contact me through a website here, or you can, even if you're a teacher and you would like me to do a workshop in your class or something like that, you can also contact me about that. All right, guys. So once again, I want to thank you so much for being here, and I hope to catch you next time. Do you have any final comments about this class? How did we do? Final comments from anybody in the room? Maybe you didn't speak today,
It was very okay.
Yeah.
I spoke a lot, but it was very enjoyable, and thank you very much. It was very fun. It was very educating. So thank you. I just wanted to say
wow.
thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm also
That's
want
awesome.
to say thanks for giving your time to make us comfortable in this language. So yeah, I really appreciate your effort.
Thank you. Well, you guys are the stars, because you are making this class possible. I just facilitate it, and that's the way I believe. That's my role as a teacher, is to facilitate it, give you feedback. But it's really the main stars in the show here are you guys, because you are doing the learning part and are putting yourself out there and outside of your comfort zones, right? And that's where learning takes place. So thank you for that comment. Anybody else? Just one last comment before we break.
I mean, your comments were very educational, so you're not just in the right direction, so we know what we're doing wrong and stuff. So thank you for that. It was very educational and fun. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sapphire. I always appreciate you being here. This is awesome. And sorry, Sazani, you wanted to say something? I saw your name flash.
Yes. As someone who is very reserved in our views, I think it really helped today for some change of perception and idea. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you guys. Well, listen, this has been really, really nice. And look at the time. We've been online for 1 hour and 14 minutes. That's just crazy. I didn't feel like it was that long. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next time, and make sure to you choose that student role or English classes role on the English Hub server, so that you are notified of the upcoming classes. All right, everybody. See you next time on English Palette.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I have pancake for you.
Oh, pancakes. Yes. Thank you so much.